Let me tell you what's actually happening when a woman looks at you. She's not seeing your face first. She's not hearing your voice first. Before you've said a single word, before you've made a single move, her brain has already run a full scan of everything you're wearing, and it has already made a preliminary judgment about the kind of man you are. Most men don't know this. Most men think attraction starts with a conversation, with a joke, with confidence in the voice. And yes, all of that matters. But it comes second, because the visual story you're telling with your clothes, that starts the moment you walk through the door. Here's what's frustrating. Most older men have completely checked out of this conversation. They think style is for younger guys. They think once you hit your 40s, 50s, or 60s, the goal is just to be comfortable. So they dress for comfort, for habit, for convenience, and they wonder why the energy in the room doesn't shift when they walk in anymore. Today, I'm going to give you 6 specific things that older men wear, not trends, not fashion magazine nonsense, that make women genuinely stop and pay attention. Not because of the clothes themselves, but because of what those clothes are silently saying about the man inside them. Stay with me until number 6. That one is the one nobody talks about, and it may be the most powerful of all. Let's get into it. Number 1, the fitted navy blazer. If there is one single piece of clothing that does more work per wearing than anything else in a man's closet, it is a well-fitted navy blazer. Not a suit jacket, not a sport coat with a pattern that's trying too hard. A clean, simple, single-breasted navy blazer that fits you like it was made for your body. Here is what this piece does that nothing else does. It bridges every gap. It makes dark jeans look intentional. It makes a simple t-shirt look deliberate. It takes a man from just got here to runs the room in a way that is almost unfair. Women respond to a blazer on an older man because it signals something they are starving for in the modern dating world. A man who still gives a damn, not in a desperate way, not in a trying too hard way, but in the quiet, settled way of a man who respects himself enough to dress for the life he wants, not the couch he came from. The rules are simple. The shoulder seam lands exactly where your shoulder ends. The chest lies flat with no pulling. The sleeves show just a 1/4 inch of shirt cuff. One button fastened when standing, undone when sitting. That's it. That's the whole formula. Own one, wear it more than you think you should. Watch what happens. De Festoon. Number 2, a quality fragrance. This one is not something you wear on your body. It's something you wear in the air around your body. And it may be the most underestimated tool an older man has available to him. Scent is the only one of the 5 senses that bypasses the rational brain entirely and goes straight to the emotional center. When a woman smells something that registers as masculine, warm, and intentional, her brain responds before logic has a chance to interfere. This is not opinion. This is biology. The problem is that most men either wear nothing, which is a missed opportunity of enormous proportions, or they wear the same cheap body spray they've been using since their 20s, which sends entirely the wrong message. An older man should wear a real fragrance, something with depth, something with wood and leather and warmth, not something sharp and synthetic that announces itself from across the street, something that a woman has to lean slightly closer to fully appreciate. That lean is the whole point. You want her in your space before the conversation has even started. Apply it to the neck and the wrists, not too much. The goal is that she notices it when she's close, not when she's far away, because you want to draw her in, not push her back. This single habit separates the men who get compliments they don't understand from the men who understand exactly why they're getting them. Number 3, tailored chinos in earth tones. Forget khakis. I need to be very direct with you about khakis. The standard pleated baggy khaki pant is one of the most efficient ways to communicate that you have given up. It widens the waist. It flattens the silhouette. It sends a message that your body is something to hide rather than something to carry with confidence. Tailored chinos are the answer. And I want to be specific about what tailored means here. It means a clean, flat front. It means the fabric follows the line of your leg without clinging to it. It means the hem hits the top of your shoe with a slight break, not pooling on the floor, not flooding above the ankle. The colors that work for older men are the earth tones: camel, olive, a warm stone, a deep tan. These colors work with gray hair. They work with tanned skin. They work with the leather shoes and the blazer and every other piece we're talking about today. A man in well-fitted olive chinos, clean leather shoes and a good shirt is a man who looks like he has somewhere important to be and is completely comfortable about it. That combination of purpose and ease is quietly devastating to the female eye. Buy two pairs in two different earth tones. They will carry you through more situations than you realize. Number 4, a simple chain or understated jewelry. Here is where I'm going to challenge some of you. And I need you to stay open-minded because this one piece of information could change how you're perceived overnight. An older man who wears one simple, understated piece of jewelry, a thin gold chain, a clean silver bracelet, a ring with meaning, is immediately perceived as a man who is comfortable in his own identity. This is not about looking flashy. This is not about wearing jewelry to impress anyone. It is about the signal that one deliberate personal accessory sends. It says, I know who I am. I have lived enough to develop a personal aesthetic. I am not performing masculinity for anyone. I am simply expressing it. The key word is understated. A thin chain at the collar of an open shirt. A simple band on a non-wedding finger. A leather cord bracelet with a subtle detail. Nothing loud, nothing stacked. Just one quiet personal statement. Women notice this immediately, and what they read in it is individuality. A man with his own quiet aesthetic is exponentially more attractive than a man who looks like he got dressed from a department store mannequin with no editorial choices made. One piece. Meaningful to you, worn with confidence. That's it. Number 5, a structured leather jacket. Not the oversized motorcycle jacket from 1992, not something covered in zippers and hardware. A clean, structured, fitted leather jacket in black or dark brown that sits close to the body and hits right at the hip. Here is why this piece is especially powerful on an older man. A leather jacket has cultural weight. It carries connotations of experience, of confidence, of someone who has lived on his own terms. On a younger man, it can look like he's trying to build an identity. On an older man, it looks like he already has one. The fit, again, is everything. The shoulders lay flat. The chest is not constricted. The waist has just enough taper to give you a silhouette. It zips or buttons completely when needed, but looks just as good left open. Dark jeans, Chelsea boots, and a structured leather jacket on a man with grey at his temples is one of the most magnetic combinations in all of men's fashion. It does not whisper. It speaks, clearly, with authority, and the women who respond to it are exactly the women worth responding to. Number 6, the open collar. This one costs nothing, and it may be the most important thing on this entire list. Stop buttoning your shirt to the top button when you're not wearing a tie. That sounds almost too simple, but what the open collar does to the overall presence of an older man is genuinely significant. One button undone, sometimes two, changes the entire energy of how you're perceived. A fully buttoned shirt with no tie reads as rigid, uptight, uncomfortable. It signals a man who is managing himself carefully, which makes everyone around him feel the tension of that management. An open collar reads as settled, confident, a man who is at ease in his own skin. And ease, genuine, unperformed ease, is one of the most attractive qualities a man can have at any age. Pair this with everything else we've talked about: the blazer, the fragrance, the chinos, the chain, the leather jacket, and let the collar breathe. Because the man who dresses with intention but wears it all lightly, that is the man who never has to chase anyone. He simply shows up, and the room adjusts. The real point. I want to leave you with this. None of these 6 things will work if you're wearing them for the wrong reason. Women are not attracted to blazers or fragrances or leather jackets. They are attracted to the man who chooses those things because he has decided that he is still worth choosing for himself. That decision, the decision to dress with intention, to invest in your presentation, to show up to the world as a man who has not surrendered, that is the actual attraction cue. The clothes just make it visible. Your best years are not behind you. Dress like you know that.